Alright guys, so what we're going to do is a couple of problems based on the PEMDAS, or the order of operations. So what I want you to write at the top is PEMDAS, order operations. Okay, so again, this is the order in which we're going to do something. So if you'd like to write it down the way our notes do it, that's PEMDAS, just like that. If y'all remember, we had a box like this. Yeah. Okay, so that's our parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Okay, so number one, let's try this out. 4 divided by 3 minus 2 plus 4. Now our 3 and our 2 are inside of a parentheses, so we're going to need to do that first based on PEMDAS. P is for parentheses, meaning whatever's inside of the parentheses goes first. So 3 minus 2 gives me 1, and then I'm going to cross that out and bring everything else down. 4 divided by 1 plus 4. Okay, based on PEMDAS, we did our parentheses. We don't have exponents. Do we have a multiplier or division? We do. We have division. So we're going to do that next. 4 divided by 1 gives me 4. We're going to cross it off and bring everything down. And then bring down your addition and your 4. And then we're going to, from the division, we're going to go and add. So 4 plus 4 gives me 8. And then I cross that off and I'm done. Okay, very, very simple. It's just a matter of following these steps. Okay, let's look at number 2. We're going to do 56 divided by 7 plus 1 times 4. Okay, so this one, you may see the 56. That's a big number, and you might get a little scared, but we're going to take it very slow and simple. So 7 plus 1 is going to give me 8. Because that is in the parentheses, we do that first. 7 plus 1 gives me 8. We cross it off. Now you need to ask yourself, what do I do next? Well, I need to bring everything down. 56 divided by 8 times 4. Okay, from here, you need to be thinking, we just did parentheses. What do we need to do next? Do I have exponents? No, I don't have exponents. Do I have multiplying or dividing? Well, I have both. And according to our PEMDAS, we need to go from left to right, the same way that we read. So we're going to go from left to right, the same way that we read, and we're going to do division first. 56 divided by 8 is going to give me 7. And then we're going to bring everything else down. We're going to cross off, bring down. 7 times 4 is 32, and we're done. You can cross your last part off. Okay, let's go to number 3. This one I'm going to have you do 2 sets of parentheses. 5 plus 2 plus 7 minus 3. Okay, we're going to do the parentheses pretty much together, but we're going to do that first instead of trying to go across. So 5 plus 2 gives me 7. I'm going to cross that off. And 7 minus 3 gives me 4. Cross it off. Now I'm going to bring down my plus sign. So I have 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is my answer. Very simple. You did your parentheses and you crossed it off. And then you took both of those and you added them up. That's all you had to do. Okay, let's look at number 4. This one's going to be a little more tricky because we're going to have parentheses and brackets. And I'm going to be introducing something brand new to you that you've never seen before. So we're going to do a bracket, which is the square. It looks like a square parentheses. So 432 parentheses minus 8, 2, and then you're going to subtract 3 at the after you close this bracket. Alright? So one thing you've probably noticed is that whatever's in these parentheses right now isn't telling me to multiply, add, subtract 3 and 2, because 32 is just the number there. So what do you do when you don't have anything in here telling you what to do? Well, that would mean that 32, you're going to take the number that's outside of that parentheses on the left-hand side, and you're going to apply it on the inside. That means you're going to multiply. So that would be the same thing as seeing, so 4 into 32 is the same thing as seeing 4 times 32 or 4 times 32. They're all the exact same thing. Okay? So 4 times 32 gives me what? Well, I probably need to multiply it out to the side, and that's okay. So 32 times 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, so I'm just going to bring all of this down. So that is 128 minus 8, and then parentheses with a 2 inside and a bracket, minus 3. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing here because that is telling me to multiply. So we need to take care of the innermost brackets first, or the innermost parentheses first. Because whenever we have parentheses and brackets, we always work in and go out. Okay, so 8 times 2 is 16 minus 128. So again, anytime you see parentheses with nothing inside except that one number, whatever's on the outside is going to apply or multiply to that number. So I'm going to cross those out. So now I have 128 minus 16, they're inside brackets, minus 3. So what is 128 minus 16? So let's come over to the side and subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1, and bring down my 1. That gives me 112. I can cross this off, and that's because I completed everything inside of that bracket, so that means I can get rid of the brackets and bring everything else down. So 112 minus 3 is going to give me 109. Alright, so that's all I have for you. Those are just some quick things to work on. So if you have questions, go to my comment box and leave me something. Alright, thanks.